I've created a monster of a roundabout, a 6-lane roundabout. Greetings and welcome back to Cities Skylines. Oh yes, we are back in the wonderful wizarding city of Wizardtopia, and well, I mean, it's mostly wonderful. The slums, Diagon Slummy as it is known, the king residence here, crime is high. Yes, it is very high, in fact, and this crime is arson, clearly. The slums are burning, citizens are also sick. Did that citizen get better, or did they just die? It's not entirely clear. This is probably because of the very fine gentleman building a garbage dump right in the middle of Diagon Slummy. He is, of course, the new crime boss who's taken over the slums and is challenging the hobo wizard for control of the somewhat less desirable portions of the business. Look, we've got dead people here in the slum. The slum is becoming really genuinely quite slummy. Which, of course, I'm thrilled about. The rest of the city is looking... well, there's a few dead people. What is going on? Look at Hedge Wizard's bottom. Look at it. Look, we desperately need another graveyard. Look, like half the village is dead and just sitting there waiting to be buried. Possibly there's been some kind of surge of necromantic activity in Hedge Wizard's bottom, and they are just keeping their dead for doing, I don't know, maybe household chores or something. But either way, I think we should probably try and get on top of this. Are they all Are they people just getting sick? Is that what's happening? We have had a bit of a garbage problem quite frequently. I don't think there's any other. There's no sort of heavy pollution around Hedge Wizard's bottom, I don't think. But it could be garbage. The very fine gentleman's garbage dump is in fact full. And there are a few. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, look. See, there are places that are still not getting their garbage collected. Hobo Wizard, we need you. Your time has come once again. Where can we put this? Let's actually give you a little road here. More rubbish collecting, please. Send forth your trucks, that we may collect all the rubbish of the town. He's gonna do it. The Hobo Wizard. He's flush from his antics. He cares little with the fact that he's expanding his trash empire towards Tramptown, the beautiful, idyllic town of Tramptown. He doesn't understand. It just doesn't compute for him. It doesn't compute at all. Look, where's his house gone? I think even he may have finally gotten sick of living here. Look, he's finally gotten sick of living here himself. He's moved himself into Tramptown. He's moved into one of these houses. Look. Which one we don't know. He's gone into hiding because the very fine gentleman is posing more and more of a threat to him. Right, fine. Look, we've got hopefully enough garbage collection to sort ourselves out. Hopefully all the dead have been collected now, have they? Well, there's still quite a lot over here, but they've all been collected from Hedge Wizard's bottom, and this should be able to service all the people in the Dire Snail as well, and all of these other areas. Fine, good and fine. Loads of dead people in the slum. Well, what can I say? That's just the way that it is. In fact, the very fine gentleman, I think, has probably realised that putting a dump in the middle of the slum was perhaps not the best. It is now full. He can't fit anything else into it. The rubbish is piling up in the streets around it. The people are getting sick. He himself has moved well away to the far side of the slum. Look, he's living all the way over here in one of these buildings, the King Residence. It is the very fine building. There you go, the very fine building. That's where he is dwelling, on the edge of the farming area. It does smell a bit of cow dung, but that is better than dead people and general spreading pestilence. I think actually it looks like the situation is more or less dealt with now. Should we put in a witch's hut here to provide some medical services for people? We could build a whole hospital, medical clinic. The very fine gentleman has decided to fund a medical clinic. He's not a bad guy, but most importantly, he realizes that If he puts it just on the outskirts, he might also make some money out of the people from Hedge Wizard's Bottom. So there we go. That's what he's done. Look at it. Look at the happiness spreading throughout the slum. The people of the slum, they love the very fine gentleman. He is their lord and master. He has brought them, well, he has brought them misery, but he has also brought them joy. So so it can't be all bad, can it? Look at that. He's built a lovely clinic just on a hillside. Getting rubbish indications everywhere as well. Rubbish indications everywhere. Dead people still causing problems. Look, this is not full, so I don't know why you've got dead people here. You've got your very own... We've done it! We have reached a big town at last. At last we are a big town, and therefore we can do stuff to oh, look. All right, let's go through it. Let's go through it. 2 kilometers. Well, we don't need to worry about the new areas because we've cheated. Taxation policies. Good. Okay. Level 5 unique buildings. Metro. We've now got underground trains. We don't have above ground trains yet, but we have underground wizard trains. Not sure if we're going to use them or not. We'll have to think about that. High density residential, high density commercial, and office zone. So we can actually do something with educated workers now. Good. Metro station. We can build our university and the incineration plant. Good. Right. Well, the hobo wizard is going to get straight on that. He is going to build an incineration plant, for he knows that if he incinerates his stuff here, then he will make room and he will be able to continue to do even more. So there we go. We're going to plop down his incineration plant. It needs water. Now it has water, and we're going to set these to empty, empty, empty. Now, unfortunately, the very fine gentleman cannot empty his to the incineration plant because, of course, the hobo wizard will not allow it. No, he says, that is not the way. This is my incineration plant, and only my dumps may empty to it. So, the very fine gentleman, is he going to add his own to clear this dump down? Well, turns out he can't, because there's no more room left in Diagon Slummy, and he was only given permission to build this outside because it was non-polluting. Now we can finally build that kind of like downtown area. We can build like an office zone, we can build like a university zone. Oh, it's all very exciting. It's all very, very exciting. How are we going to do it, though? We need to kind of think about this. How we're going to sort of plot everything out. I kind of want this area to be like downtown, and then kind of like up here will be a like lower density. Pull this back. So let's remove all of this highway here, and we're just going to kind of loop it all the way down, give ourselves plenty of room to do a bit of building here on this side of the Winding Wizard Wanderway, and we'll stretch the highway all the way over to meet up with the other sort of connecting highway over here, and connect it obviously using the most efficient and sensible form of connection that we can create. And then likewise, of course, we have to connect back in the opposite direction, and you know, as a true wizarding mayor, it is my duty to ensure that this is done in, you know, following the exacting standards of wizarding kind to create you know, a highway which is both aesthetically pleasing and, of course, exciting to drive along. Like that! There we go! So we've extended the Wizarding Highway all the way, very efficiently, to join up over here. Of course, we also want people to be able to get on in this direction. We're using full-on highway connections because, well, why not, really? There we go, look. Alright, fine. So we've got a connection to the highway over here. It comes up over this hill and down and connects up to the main highway section all the way over here. So we've got all sorts of good stuff. These are now emptying, yes. They are emptying indeed, bit by bit. There's quite a lot of traffic here. We could do with maybe... We could maybe put like an incineration plant over here so they don't have to go through a junction like this. I guess we'll see how it gets on. Fine, good. Anyway, right, yeah, so we've done this sort of like this amazing highway hookup, and now we want like a district here, which is going to be, I think, kind of like offices all around the highway, or possibly like a kind of, we could kind of keep the slum expanding down here somehow. We'll think about that. Let's build it like a university district first. So we're going to build like an area in here. So out here we're gonna have it all. We're gonna have the triumvirate, the 3 educational establishments. We're gonna have the university, and we're gonna have like a kind of campus type area here. So elementary school, a little bit closer to home, just on the edge. There we go. And then we're gonna have the high school, which is gonna be right down here in the middle of the forest, miles from everyone. There we go. We're going to need a little bit of electrical hookups for sort of halls of residence for the university. Again, I'm going to try and actually avoid knocking down any trees where I can. See if that works. It'd be cool if it did. Just like miles from anywhere. I don't know if the game will accept this. Will actually, like, it'll actually work, you know. Should we put some offices in around the university as well? Look, let's have some offices down here. Residential here. Let's see how that works out. It's more. Oh, look, destroyed our income. Absolutely destroyed it. Fine, but you know we don't. Oh, look at all these little houses now. Loads of little houses. We really want them to upgrade and become posh, super posh houses. And now we want to kind of have a, I think, like another road, same as this one. What's this, like a medium with trees? Can we have like a gap here? A massive commercial. We're going commercial overload. We're going to demolish some of this. We won't do too much at the end there because we've got trees and I don't want to knock the trees down. And we probably don't have the people to man the offices just yet. And then on the other side of this, we want to have like offices along this side. And then coming out here, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I've created. What have I created? It's just weird. Really weird. High density residential. Much high density residential. Much. I don't know if that's very well planned, now I come to think of it. If we put this here. You can be happy in the slum, but it doesn't. There's no connection. Look, there's no way for the fire engines to get into you at all. In fact, they can't even get up onto the highway at the moment. We do actually need to think about that. We need to think about highway connections. There we go. What is that? Well, it's a way of getting onto the highway, of course. Obviously, a fantastic way. Look at the highway illuminated by a massive blaze going on below in Diagon Slummy. They're having a great time there. There we go. Jobs a good one. Lots of buses, quite a few abandoned buildings. We've like crashed the demand. Never thought. Garbage. Oh, okay, right, yeah, garbage is piling up. Garbage is piling up. Landfill. Landfill is 18% full. Right, you know what, that's fine. Everybody, 22% full, 29% full. Everybody switch over. You can start emptying. You can start emptying. You can start emptying. We've got garbage piling because the mayor has been away, faffing about. In fact, he's giving an executive order to allow the very fine gentleman's garbage dump to empty itself. He's ordered the hobo wizard, who has grudgingly agreed, in return for a second garbage incineration plant, which actually the city cannot afford at the moment. That's how much money we've blown. on this expansion over here. I mean, look at it though. Look at what we've done. We've just wrapped the Winding Wizard Wanderway in a layer of offices and high-density commercial and high-density residential, which is all starting to grow up now. Hopefully that will actually start to have an impact once the garbage problem is dealt with. Garbage everywhere. There is just garbage everywhere. It is a nightmare. The city is drowning in garbage right now. Absolutely drowning. Do we need to build another emergency garbage dump somewhere? Look at the traffic as well. All of the garbage trucks. I think we're gonna stick with the Hobo Wizard. He's done the city proud so far. We're gonna give him another dump to keep the pressure up, to keep things going. Should we put a roundabout in there? Let's do that. Look, let's pause it, and we're gonna put a roundabout in to kind of help deal with this situation. So we need to, first of all, we need to move this. Let's just do that. Bit of grass there for no reason. Just a bit of grass for fun. Alright, let's see if that... I mean, obviously all of these garbage trucks are a bit confused now, but hopefully they will get themselves sorted out. Upgrade this whole thing to 2 lanes. Well, that has not exactly solved the problem, has it? I mean, I've created a monster of a roundabout, a 6-lane roundabout, which has completely and utterly messed up the traffic in this region, and more importantly, has now got pretty much all of the city's garbage trucks, a city already drowning in trash, stuck in a massive tailback. So, pretty much a nightmare scenario, but... the solution, unfortunately, is going to have to wait for next time because we have run out of time. So, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Cities Skylines. I have been Weird Wizard, and I will see you later.